So once you have your Arduino all wired up, all you need to do now is just open up MBlock. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through and connect our Arduino to the computer. So I've just plugged in the USB, and then I've got the other end plugged into the Arduino. And all I'm going to do now is click on the robots category, and you can see that there's a little Arduino and a whole bunch of blocks in my one. You may actually have more blocks, and I'll explain why soon. But you'll see that there is this disconnect, and if I have a look, it obviously says disconnect, and the way we connect is we just go to connect, and I'm going to change it to serial port. So you want to change it to the highest serial port, which my one on here is COM10, so I'm going to click on that, and straight away we can see that I have a green light. And all I'm going to do now is click on boards and go Arduino Uno, and just make sure that I am on Arduino Uno because that's the board that we're using. And now I can go through and start to program this. Now what we've done is we've actually created a program for you, and you can download it off the portal, and you may already have it on your computer. And if you have it on your computer already, all you need to do is just go up to File, go Load Project, and find where it is. It's called Robotic Arm, and click on it. And there we go. Now you'll see that it says here do not touch, so we don't want you playing around with any of these blocks here. Basically we've created a custom block that will go through and run this condition all the time, and all you need to do is just basically bring over one block called move and then go through and change some things, and I'll explain that very soon. So first I'm going to go over to where my robots category is, and I'm going to bring in this little cap called Arduino program and place it down here. And then I'm going to go over to where it says data and blocks. Click on that, and I'm going to grab this one at the very bottom called move. Now this has some arrays in here, and what they are is the first one is our start degree, and then we have, and the second one is our end degree, and then we have our step, which represents how fast this is actually going to travel, how fast our servo is going to travel. And then we have our pin. So if you have your pin coming from your servo into pin 9 or pin 10 or pin 11, you need to assign what pin you actually, or what servo you want to be controlling. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to change this to say 90. I'm going to change this one to say 100, and I'm going to change this to leave it at 1 because I want it to go slow. And I'm going to start off with pin 9. And now you are going to have something different from me. Every time you run yours will be a little bit different from mine, because depending on how you've wired yours up, if you've got the front claw in going into pin 9 on your Arduino, then yours will be different from mine, because I actually, for my number 9 pin, I have one of my side servos. So once I've done that, I can run it by right clicking and going upload to Arduino, and then go upload to Arduino at the top. And what this is going to do is download this program or compile this program and send it to the Arduino board, and then it's going to start running this, and my servo arm should start to move. Now what you can do once you've actually got this working is you can start playing around with these numbers. So 90 is for me, it's directly up on my servo, and then I can move it to 100, and all you really need to do is play around with these numbers, the starting point and the end point, so you can work out which direction is which. And then also, if you want to control the speed, you can just type this, make this go up to 10, 20, 50, and it'll get faster and faster and faster. And then once again, this is the pin. Now if you want to control, say, the arm moves forward and then maybe the claws open, the easiest way to do that is go have something like this. And by the way, you can actually add comments in here, so I can say this is my side servo, one of the side servos. So if you forget what it is, and now I'm going to go control and go weight, drag that down, And now I'm going to go back to my data and move this. And now my claw is actually on number 11. So I'm just going to go 11 for my pin, leave it at 1. And my starting point, I'm going to figure this out. I might say 0 and then 120. So what should happen is it should move forward, creep forward, and then the claw should open up and then close. And then I'm going to get it just to wait. And if I want, I can actually once again go into my blocks, and I can say, I'm just going to add a comment here and say claw. So I know, whoops, so I know that's my claw. And now I'm going to copy this information up here, but this time I'm going to say, well, that arm is at 100, so that's its starting point when it runs this code. Then I'm going to get it to go back to 90, and then I'm going to get it, make sure I'm on pin 9. So what should happen is when I run this, the claw should go back to being up at 90, then it should move forward slowly to 100, then the claw should open and then close, and then it should basically move back. Now yours will be different from mine every time, and all we're asking you to do is experiment, try, play, see what you can do. Even if you can only get one servo moving, even if you can only get it doing one simple thing, just knowing that you went through and programmed it.